Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 5 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 5 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. I'm going to start with the chapter ratios, proportions and percents. The lessons we're going to cover today are determine the ratio, compare percentages, convert between percents, fractions, and decimals, and what percentage is illustrated. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I'm on grade 5 math. Chapter we are on right now is ratios, proportions, and percents. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is determine the ratio. Okay, what is the ratio of the pink pentagons to the total pentagons, right? So you have to see how many total pentagons are there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pentagons, right? And how many of them are pink? Ratio of pink pentagons to total. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the pentagons are pink, and the total pentagons is 8. Pink pentagons 7, 7 to 8. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, what is the ratio of the yellow hearts to the brown hearts? Okay, let's just see yellow hearts and brown. So you need to see first yellow hearts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just keep the order in your mind. You have yellow first, so just check yellow. And then brown. 7 to 1. The correct option is 7 to 1. That is option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? The correct option is option 1. 7 to 1 is the correct option. Very good. What is the ratio of the red fish to total fish? Which is the correct option? The correct option is you have 3 red fish and the total fish are 5. So that is 3 to 5. No, red fish to total fish. Be very careful while reading the questions. That is 3 to 5 is the correct option. What is the ratio of the purple jeeps to the red jeep? Which option is the correct one? Purple jeep to red. Purple jeep is 1. And even you have 4 red jeeps. Got it? So that is no, not 4 to 1. Purple, 2 red. You have only 1 purple and 4 red. That is 1 to 4. Order matters. The correct option is 1 to 4. Option, the last one is the correct option. Be very careful. What is the ratio of pink hexagons to blue hexagon, which is the correct option? The correct option is 6 to 1. You have 6 pink hexagons and 1 blue, so the correct option is 6 to 1. What is the ratio of the orange octagonal prisms to the total octagonal prisms, which is the correct option? Orange to total. The correct option is yes, that is 9 to 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. You have total 10. 9 of them are orange, 1 is yellow, so 9 to 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 to 1. 9 to 10. Okay, sorry. Orange octagonal prisms to total. So 9 to 10 it is, right? Because the total are 10. Out of 10, 9 of them are orange, right? So the correct option is 9 to 10. 9 to 10, 9 to 10. Orange to total. Total are 10. What is the ratio of blue cars to total cars? Blue cars. 8 blue cars, right? Total cars. 9 blue total cars. So 8 to 9 it is. Got 8 to 9 it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. 8 to 9. What is the ratio of the green pairs of scissors to the blue pair of scissors, which is the correct option? That is 1 to 5. You have 1 green scissor and 5 blue scissors. So the correct option is 1 to 5. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the ratio of bows to orange bow? The correct option is 9 to 10. You have, sorry, 9 to 1. You have 9 yellow bows and only 1 orange bow. So the correct option is 9 to 1. What is the ratio of the orange pens to total pens, which is the correct option? The correct option is that is 3 to 4. 3 of the pens are orange and 4 of them are total, so 3 to 4. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is percent of a number word problem. No, sorry. Percent of a number word problem. You have to do the word problems on your own, right? The next one is compare percentages. Okay, let's see how do we compare the percentages, right? With what is greater? 75% of 100 and 90% of 100. If you think logically, 75% and 90%, they both are of 100, right? Obviously 90% is more because they are of 100%. So 90% is more than 75%. You can see here 75% of 100 means 75 and 90% of 100 means 90. That means 90% of 100 is greater than 75% of 100. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Less 40% of 50 or 20% of 50? Okay, let's just calculate, right? 40% of 50 means you have to do 40 over 100 times 50, and 20% of 50 means you have to do 20 over 100 times 50, right? You are not here to make friends, right? You are here to learn. So please focus on the learning. Otherwise, no chatting, you're not allowed to chat. So for 40 over 100 times 50 is 20, right? And 20 over 10 times 50 is 10, right? So which is less? I said stop chatting. Otherwise, I'm going to block you all. Which is less? This is not a place where you can make friends, right? Here you are only for learning. The correct option is 20% of 50. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? That is 20% of 50, which is less 30% of 40 or 30% of 70. Which is less 30% of 40 less. The correct option is option number 1 because already 40 is less, right? And 30% of 40 is less. Which is greater? 10% of 10 or 90% of 10? No one is asking the question I am asking. Why? I said stop chatting. The correct option is 90% of 10. Calculate the percentages. 10% of 10 is 10 over 100 times 10, right? 10% of 10 is simply 1. And 90% of 10 means 90 over 100 times 10. 90% of 10 is 9. So which is more? That is percentage. We have in the last session we learned how to calculate the percentages. You can just go to the lesson we did in the last session, right? Cover the lesson later today, right? Then you will get lesson we are on right now. The correct option is 90% of 10 is the correct option. Which is greater, 90% of 60 or 90% of 80? Now the percentages are same, but they are off, the number is different. 60 and 90. 80, sorry. So the correct option is 90% of 8, because the percentage are same, right? So because the 80 is greater, so 90% of 80 is also greater. You let's just do calculation. 90% of 60 is 90 over 100 times 60, and 90% of 80 is 90 over 100 times 80. 0 0 cancel out, 0 0 cancel out, 9 times 6 is 54. And here is 0 cancel out, 0 cancel out, 9 times 8 is 72. Look, the second one is greater, right? The correct option is 90% of 80 is the correct option. The correct option is 90% of 80. Okay, which is greater, 30% of 10 or 10% of 30? They both are exactly equal. 30% of 10 is 3 and 10% of 30 is 3. The correct option is neither they are equal. Got it? The correct option is they are equal. Which is less, 30% of 50 or 90% of 50? Thirty percent of 50 is less. The correct option is 30% of 50. which is greater? The second one is the correct option. You have to see both the numbers and the percentages. You can see here this number is greater and the percentage is less, right? So number is greater, percentage is less. Just do calculation. 80% of, calculate 80% of 10, that is 8. Do calculations if you don't understand like this. Then do 40 over 100 times 30, that is 12. So that is the one, because I think you don't know how to calculate the percentages. I think you haven't covered the lesson we did in the last session. That is 40% of 30 is the correct option, because I think you don't know how to calculate the percentages. 80% means 80 out of 100, right? You have to calculate 80% of 10, so multiply it by the 10. Do the calculations. If you don't know how to calculate, simply 0 and 0 cancel out, 0 and 0 cancel out, that is 8. Or use the 40% means 40 out of 100. Of what number? 30. That is 4 times 3 equals 12. So the second one is the more, because this is greater and this is smaller than this one. So the correct option is the second one, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is convert between percents, fractions, and decimals. Okay, how do you write 84% as decimal? You need to write 84% as decimal, right? 84% means 84 out of 100, right? And when you divide 84 by 100, that is 0.84, right? Because you have two zeros here, so you need to move two places left. That would be 0.84. Got it? And the next one is, how do you write 0.31% as 0.31 as percentage? Simply multiply this number by 100. That would be 31%. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, how do you write 1 by 10 as a percentage? So whenever you need to write something as a percentage, like whatever numbers, here you are given with the fraction. Divide 1 by 10, that is 0.1. Multiply it by the 100. That is 10%. The correct 10%, right? So whenever you have to convert something into percentage form, you simply have to multiply it by the 100. For example, you have to convert a decimal number to percentage form, right? Here is the decimal 0.1. Multiply it by the 100. If you have to convert the fraction 1 over 10, just divide, write the answer in decimal, multiply by 100, and you will get your answer. So the correct option is 10%. Option number 2, correct option. Next one is, how do you write 0.3 as a percentage? So that's the one I just explained. When you have the number given in the decimal form, this is decimal, and you have to write the answer in the percentage form, simply multiply it by the 100. So the correct option is 30%. Got it? 30% it is. Got it? How do you write 80% as decimal? And when you have to write something as decimal, 80% means 80 over 100, right? So simply divide, simply it is 0.8. That's very easy. You just have to understand that is 0.8%. 0.8 it is. Got it? The second one is the correct option. How do you write 100% as a decimal? 100% means 100 over 100, right? And 100 out of 100 is simply 1. 100% means 1. The correct option is 1. How do you write 0.63 as a percentage, which is the correct option? Yes, 63% it is. The correct option is 63%. How do you write 30% as a fraction or whole number in simplest form? You need to write it in fractional form, right? 30% means 30 over 100. And when you simplify the answer, the correct option is that is 3 over 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. How do you write 59 over 100 as a percentage, which is the correct option? That is 59%. Option number 2 is the correct option. Matthew, what's wrong with you? No one is allowed to chat here. You guys are here to learn, so just keep answering. No chatting. How do you write 50% as a decimal? Every day I have to tell you the same thing. You're not here to chat. So stop chatting. Yes, that is 0.5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is what percentage is illustrated? Okay, what percent of the shape is orange, which is the correct option? this complete box has 100 small boxes, right? And the one that are colored orange are, that is 17%, right? Because 7 out of 100 are orange, so the correct option is 17%. Let's just start with the test questions. What percentage of the shape is orange? Which is the correct option? The complete box represents the 100 small boxes, right? How many of them are orange? That is 55. 55 of them are orange. That is 55%, isn't it? The correct option is 55%. What percentage of the shape is red? Which is the correct option? That is, yes, 46% it is. What percentage of the shape is red? Yes, that is 46%. Sorry. What percent of the shape is orange? Which is the correct option? 28 of them are orange. That is 28%. What percentage of the shape is red? Which is the correct option? 87% it is. What percentage of the shape is green? Which is the correct option? Yes, 63% it is. What percentage of the shape is blue? 62% it is. What percentage of the shape is pink, which is the correct option? The correct option is 6% it is. What percentage of the shape is brown? 70% it is. What percent of the shape is green? 24% it is, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 5 math. The chapter we were working on is ratios, proportions and percents. The lessons we have covered today are determine the ratio, what problems you have to do on your own. Then you have compare percentages. Then you have convert between percents, fractions, and decimals, and what percentage is illustrated, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that will be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So that's all for today. If you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. I'm not tired. I have an ear and throat infection. That's why I'm not feeling well actually. Any questions? You can please ask if you have any question. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.